Hey, welcome back. You're watching Liquid Lunch on Newsmax TV. We're not only combing the world for news, we're combing the Twitterverse, the social media universe, and otherwise. And the big new fad, the big new craze is supposedly the Earth is so straight on its axis right now that you can stand up a broomstick and it'll stand up by itself. So I'm seeing all these pictures on social media. Me and Frankie were looking at it. We put Derek to the test. He's the man on the street. He went out on Broadway to see if a broomstick will stand up on its own because the Earth is perfectly straight on its axis.
Hey, what's up? It's Derek Tobacco from Liquid Lunch on Newsmax TV. It is a terrific Tuesday here in New York City, and we're doing the Broomstick Challenge right here on Broadway. No tricks, I just laid it right up. I mean, you can dance around it, there's no wires, boom. Just standing straight up today. This one, we kind of stuck it in the hole, but this one, it's been standing up for about 15, 20 minutes. Trucks are going by, buses are going by, we're gonna see how long it lasts. And we don't know where the craze started, but show us your broomstick wherever you happen to have it.
So it's happening. I didn't think it was true. The broom on Broadway still lives. It's outside. It's still standing out there. I think, Frankie, it's taken a life of its own now, hasn't it?
Well, yeah, but the first thing I want to clarify is that, so this all began with a tweet by someone saying that this was the first day, this is the only day of the year, according to NASA, that because of the gravitational pull, you can stand up a broom on Broadway. That's not true. Or not on Broadway, rather. You could stand it up on its axis. You could stand up a broom any day of the year. It has nothing to do with just today. It can happen any day of the year. However, people are really getting into the act, and that broom actually on Broadway has set up its own Twitter, and you can now find that Broadway broomstick on Twitter at Broadway Broom, and he's tweeting. You'll see not only photos of the broom, but some photos from the broom's perspective. So it's quite interesting.
Right.
He's becoming a social media
is standing
phenomenon.
on Broadway in the middle of the street, literally. I don't know what the science is behind it, but it's standing. Cars are whizzing by. People are beeping at it. Other people are posing with the broom. So I don't know. We may try to see how long the broom on Broadway stands, and then we'll restand it, and
make no mistake, you can do this. It doesn't have to be done today. You can do it tomorrow.
Well, that's what you say.
Or the next day.
We'll see. You never know.
All right. So. We're getting some response from the segment with Martavius standing with OJ.
Yep.
My Uncle John, for instance, writing that Martavius is a dog-faced pony soldier for what he just said. Now, you might think that's a little extreme, but no less an authority than the former vice president and the former front-runner for the Democratic nomination, Joe Biden, said the same thing when he was campaigning in New Hampshire this weekend. Have a look.
How do you explain the performance in Iowa, and why should the voters believe that you can win the national election?
It's a good question. Number one, Iowa's a Democratic caucus. You ever been to a caucus? No, you haven't. You're a lying dog-faced pony soldier. You said you were, but now you got to be honest. I'm going to be honest with you. It was a little bit confusing in Iowa.
Dogface.
So, there you have it. Dog-faced pony soldier.
And supposedly this is some reference to a John Wayne movie or something. I saw the woman who, the 21-year-old woman who Joe Biden called a dog-faced pony soldier, and she said last night that he's a bully. She said that she felt bullied, she felt intimidated, and how come every time somebody asks Joe a hard question, he goes to challenge him to a push-up contest? He's going to, take Donald Trump out behind the barn. Like, is that all he can do, is threaten people?
Well, look, it's going to be interesting to see how it turns out. We'll give you more of a preview of what's happening in New Hampshire when we come back.
All right, quick break. More Liquid Lunch right after this.